Hey there everyone, this is Liferake. Welcome back to my playthrough of Etrian Odyssey 3. In the previous part we had beaten Armor, and in this part we will start exploration of the second Stratum. Can't believe we made it this far. It probably means I'm the first dedicated person to actually make it past the first Stratum on YouTube, which is amazing by itself. So let's get this rainbow train started. We're gonna run into the enemies of this floor quite soon. First things first, I'm gonna get some treasure. This loops down to a dead end somewhere. I'll fix that off screen, because don't feel like mapping that way if it's just gonna lead to a dead end. It's very useful to go down that corridor if you need to farm enemies and stuff, because the encounter rate's kind of decent there. Going up here is the treasure chest and a fight. Alright, two new enemies. Meet the World Puffer and the Red Starfish. World Puffers are weak to ice and give you an item if you kill them with ice. And Red Starfish have really bad accuracy when they're blinded compared to other enemies. And if you kill them with fire, they'll give you their item. So let's get cracking on that. They have a lot of health, and compared to enemies you've previously faced, they are actually kind of a challenge. So don't take them lightly. I mean, that's 13 there, 21. It doesn't seem like much because I'm kind of over-leveled. Oh, they're not weak to ice. They just give you the item if you kill them with ice. Also, you can also use, like, Gander's ice arms in order to freeze arms in order to do this. That kind of deserves mention. I'm just going to kind of weaken these things down and then just finish them off with Zera. The starfish are weak to slam attacks, apparently. That's good to know. Gonna kill that one off with fire. Gonna have everyone else distracted over there, starting to kill that fish. And hopefully we'll get the items now, but I know the red starfish isn't always prone to giving its death by fire drop. We're gonna have to see. It's weak enough. Just defend everyone and allow Zera to do the finishing. We got red bones and none of the world fish's items. That's fine. World puffer, red starfish, red core, red bone, spherical bone. And over here we have a coupon. Oh man. Thanks game, now I have to mark it because it's important. Here's the second, I believe it's like a 1 coupon per stratum thing, but I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure there's 1 stratum that gives you 2 or something. It's still good to pick it up. Moving on. Love the music here. It's kind of serene. Makes you feel like you're underwater. So we're gonna go over here, and the path diverges here. It doesn't really matter which way you go. There's a few events if you go down the way with the door and you get more map done. And if you go this way, you can meet the mine spot earlier. I'm just gonna go through the door. Map that other area later. And up over here is a square room with an exit in the top left corner. Yay! Northwest corner for the win. More world puffers. Maybe it'll give me the items this time. Attack, attack, attack. Attack, and attack. Let's see. Bird singing. Nope. Attack that. Also, hopefully in this Stratum we'll be able to get Vincent a much better weapon than what he currently has. Because right now it's kind of pathetic. And everyone's gonna agree with me on that fact. The farmers don't exactly get great weapons. You pretty much just give them knives and books. But eventually, farmers get their specific weapon type. And they control a variety of weapons, but basically if it has like farmer-like name composed in it, it's meant for them. And we got Ebony Liver, which is the item you get if you freeze them. As I said before, now the items are starting to not become 100% chance on the conditional drops. You're gonna have to keep trying even if on the conditionals. We're gonna go this way. Just believe this is when it also starts becoming like a maze. Over this way is a special event that will do a variety of things depending on which one you pick. I'm going to dive into research before I do it, but I know for a fact the brown one is good and the red spiky one isn't. Yeah, more on that if I visit it later. And only if I visit it later. I might not touch it. More map over this way. Let's go over here and find anything. Please, game, give me something to find. Actually, I believe the mine spot's this way too. We can have a first look at the mine items here. That'd be good. Yep, maze galore. There's absolutely no telling what's behind any of these corners. Oh, hi, shortcut. Oh, there are blue flowers in this stratum to signify shortcuts. Wasn't quite clear on that. Go ahead and run into it. It drops us off at this corner. Here's a nice thing about this game is that the game likes using every bit of space between any area as possible, and it's a good idea to look when you're looking for shortcuts. That means, without even looking at this, you can tell exactly what this is shaped like. I know it's going to be this because the way the game maps is that it will want to fill in any space it can. And since we can see that it's going that way, and we saw up there that it was going that way, we can fill in the blanks. Take advantage of things like that and map beforehand. And we ran into a fight. Since we've run into this combo a few times, I'm going to cut this out. Okay, a few things to mention about that fight is that the World Puffers will sometimes use an attack called Foul Spew, which will pretty much randomly inflict statuses amongst your team, consisting of either paralysis, sleep, or not poison. Paralysis, sleep, or something. Forget. So down here we can find Phyllite, Jet. See if I can get its rare item. Concur. No, of course not. So we'll probably find its rare later. There's a mine spot here. It has Jet, Phyllite, and something else. There is a shortcut at the other end of this. You can't tell from this end, but there is because there's a check. Now let's fill in the map area here. Oh, hey, look, I mapped wrong. Forget that this corner is kind of bungled. I probably got that next turn wrong too. See you in a bit. Okay, Gandra leveled up from that. Oh, hello. Gandra leveled up from that fight. Let's get her new skills. Grab Monarch March to 3, we'll work on Royal Veil to 10, and then Monarch March to 10. I don't think Triumphant Cry is really worth it, because Monarch March will usually heal everything after battle. Unless you're doing like some sort of Zerg rush, where the enemies pop up right after you face other enemies, and then Triumphant Cry is amazing. The other two in the front row will level up soon. For some reason, Vincent and Zara have a head start when it comes to having EXP, and they're a little ahead because of how I've trained them. But that's fine. Over here is a camp spot. Extremely convenient. May make use of it when Zara starts running low on TP. Yes. Hello? Plato's a pretty birdie. Hi. He loves talking. I love talking. Plato's a good bird in general. You're gonna hear him in the background all the time. He's gonna sing. Sometimes he's not as nice, but we love him. Let's move on. Not too much to talk about. We are about to approach the first instance of an FOE on the second stratum. You're gonna find that these FOEs behave and act much differently than the ones we found before. And I'm gonna get into a fight down here before I enter there, because I don't want be running into a fight while I'm luring the FOE places. Meet the Hyanep. The Hyanep is a kind of semi-uncommon enemy you're gonna find here. They are extremely powerful, and they have a tactic that will lower the team's defense. There's not too much to say about them. They are weak to Volt, I think. You know what? I may as well test. It's something. Volt. Let's test weaknesses. 81 from the cross slash. It does a heap of damage just by itself. Yes, it's weak to Volt. I don't know if it gives its item, or if it has an item that will give you if you kill it with something. I'll look at the Synodus and see if it has a... It killed Gandra. Killed Gandra. Well then, as I said, they are really powerful and do stuff like that. Vincent! Wake her up. Kiara, you heal her. That's fine. And the other two front row people leveled up. And that gives us another level of shield mastery. Gonna get bodyguard to 1 next level. And we are going to want more. Yeah, we want. Do I want resurrect now or later? I'm gonna start working on row and party refresh. Let's see what else. Epic charge. I think Plato really just likes this song. It really likes this song for some reason. Hello. And now I'm speaking to the bird on camera. This is just amusing. Where is he? Oh, he's over there. I see him. Around this corner. He is right here. Figures. Something like this. Okay, step in front of him, you'll get his attention. As you can see, now he's flashing red on the map. And he's gonna start chasing you, but if you get too far from him, he will no longer chase you. Basically, back up 3 times, go up once to keep his attention. Make sure the map's on me. Then, once he's about this close, you just ham spray to the place where he once was. And you have to keep going. You can't just kind of stop and be like, oh, I'm going to walk in the same place for a few minutes. He's going to catch up. He does follow you for quite a ways. And he drops Crocodile Hide. I'm going to figure out who he actually is later. I do remember that to get his conditional item, you have to slash him. For some reason, I remembered that. I usually never remember small midget details like that. Oh hey, look, shortcut. In case you don't want to actually somehow bypass him in the future, there's a shortcut right here. I'm gonna wait till he moves. A shortcut right here. And we ran into another high ep. Kind of auto this fight, and I'm just gonna kind of observe. By the way, level 8 Royal Veil does 38. Oh, stop the auto. Get a line heal out. Thank goodness it targeted Amina. That could have been a lot worse. It should be able to finish off now. Seriously, not done yet? There he is. He does have a high amount of HP and is kind of difficult. Oh, his other item is just gotten normally. Okay. Unless he has a third item, which I doubt. Not many monsters have third items. It does something like this. We're gonna distract it. No, we already distracted him. Look at that. Didn't want to distract him. You can undistract him by going down this corridor over here. Yeah, then he stops paying attention to you. And we have an event over here. Yeah, I'm good. Well, Gandra needs healing. Gonna need to get even more Monarch March over time. Let's see. As you wander the undersea path, you stop to admire a small pond of sea water. The pond contains several colorful fish swimming peacefully. You can feed the cute little fish or ignore them and continue your investigation. Feed the fish. Yeah, but yes, no, this is kind of similar to the platypus event on the first floor, the frog event on the second floor, the spotted frog event on the second floor, the venom shroom event on the second floor, the events like that. You get to see the next floor enemy early if you say yes, kind of thing. And save the pool of fish. And you get to meet the hermit crabs. To get the hermit crabs item, you have to hit them with an attack that will kill them without really touching them. There's 2 ways you can accomplish this. You cannot kill it if you have an elemented weapon. You have to use an actual elemental star, or if it dies from the adverse effects of poison or plague, it will also give you its item. I believe that's how you get the Great Hermit's item. Also, they have Shell, which is just like Membrane on the Starry Slugs. It will raise its defense to immense levels. It still takes normal damage from spells, so just use those if you can, kind of thing. Yeah, see, 48 damage compared to these 15, 18s. I don't think it's affected by the... I don't think the stars are really affected by its defense up, unlike the regular attacks. As you can see, I'm now doing 13s and 5s. Yeah, it's not affected. Now we're gonna start attacking the other ones as we let Zero finish that off. I should probably be either charging before hitting them to do just a little bit more damage. But I didn't quite feel like it. Also, I'm not quite sure what their weakness is. I'm gonna get an active charge up. So that's another thing that's up for grabs. If you know their weakness, you can comment about that. Just, you know, every little bit of information helps the average player. We're gonna try Ice. See if that does anything. 139, oh well. But we did get a flawless shell from killing it with an elemental attack, so that makes me happy. He countered him early, gotten both of their items. The monster vanquished, you look again to the peaceful pond, but small fish have escaped. Your success in saving their lives will not have to be enough, and you do feel satisfied as you walk away.